It's your boy, the Ben Israel, the People's Champ, back with another YouTube live stream. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, you ninjas. Hope everybody is doing well today. August 18th, 2025. Yeah, man. It's your boy, the Ben Israel, the People's Champ. The Shogun of Charlotte. The Day Walker. The Heisenberg of this ish. Pumpkin Escobar. The ladies called me the Cookie Monster. Y'all know who it is? Yours truly, the host of the People's Podcast. Oh, baby, baby. Yeah, man, it's been a while, man. I know I've been promising to get regular. I just haven't been able to do it, man. I just been lazy. Um, with my health issues, I'm not like drained to the point where I can't do nothing around the house or anything like that. But I mean, when it comes to the extracurriculars, streaming and things like that, I hadn't been able to do it. Hadn't been able to get going. I'm trying. Like this stream right here, I was going to do it yesterday. That's why the name of the stream is 817. Today ain't the 17th. Today is the 18th. But we're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. I think I just get not depressed, but just tired of beating the same drum. And for people not to hear the drum. Like I spend none actually in the so-called manosphere. And these manosphere content creators and whatever. It's not the same as the it's not the same as what it was originally intended to be. And I think it's been hijacked from people who have their own motives, their own objectives. And those objectives have changed. And I kind of told you it would. I kind of told y'all they would. And what I see, the conversation has not evolved. It hasn't improved. It's the same old conversation. Every now and then I'll glance back at somebody's channel from a couple of years ago just to see what's going on. And without doubt, almost word for word, they having the same exact conversation they had 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. I'm like, are you shitting me? Now, and a lot of them like to do the panel format. So yeah, their panels have changed, but their conversations have not. It's just new people that's in those slots. But it's the same conversation, same arguments. And I'm like, what is the point? Now, what has gotten popular, I think, in the last 2 years, progressively so, has been politics. So you got a lot of guys who started out doing manosphere content, quote unquote. Now they're doing politics, if you want to call it that. All they're doing is regurgitating the same BS. And some of these people are very good. You got some guys out here, I think, who have pretty good shows, pretty good political shows. And they do a good job. They give you a lot of good information. Oftentimes, you'll get information that you never heard before. You didn't hear anywhere else. You didn't hear it on Fox. You didn't hear it on MSDNC or CNN or whatever. You know, you'll get a little bit different information. But then you got some of these people that they're just regurgitating what you heard everybody else saying. I mean, almost word for word. No originality. No originality. I see a couple of y'all that started trickling. I appreciate y'all coming on in the door. Y'all know the rules over here. Mind your manners. Come in. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Smash the bell. Share. All that good stuff. Mind your manners. Act like you came from someplace. Mind your manners. You walk into somebody's house, what you supposed to do? Speak to the owner of the house. Well, I'm V. Benishman. I'm the owner of this house. Y'all need to speak. Definitely check in with the chat. Let my mods know you're here. You know, they come in as they can. It's a little early, so they might not be off of work. They might not be able to do this yet, but they'll be here. They might even be here on the replay. If you're here for the replay, type replay in the chat. But mind your manners. You come from someplace. My mods, make sure y'all check in too. Let everybody know what your profession is. Haru, haru, haru. Y'all come from someplace too. I know I ain't been active a lot lately, but y'all still got a home over here. I appreciate y'all doing what y'all do. Is TJ here? Wait a minute. Let me see if I can see a comment. Let's see. No, Amanaz is here. Amanaz is here. Hey, y'all. Wait a minute. Is that TJ? No, that ain't TJ. Amanaz beat his ass here. I think they be having a little rivalry. Amanaz and TJ, who's gonna get here first? Amanaz is like, nigga, I've been here. I've been here for years. For decades. Shit. 2 decades. God damn. Shit. You know, y'all. Turned 49 yesterday. I started to go out. I'm just gonna grab me something to eat just to get out the house. And then I had ordered some sometime when you order things from Walmart, they don't have it in stock and they'll ship it. So anyway, I was gonna do I was wanting some buffalo wings last week, but the buffalo wing stuff didn't come in. So coincidentally, it just happened to come in yesterday. So I decided not to go nowhere and made my ass baked potato and some buffalo wings. Now I was gonna make a salad too, but my silly ass ain't got no salad dressing, which I find funny, right? Because everybody else around me is a ranch type of person, or maybe the occasional blue cheese person, right? I'm the only one that is a diehard Italian dressing person. How come I don't never had no Italian dressing? Now it's amazing when all of these people come by, I don't never see them eating my Italian dressing, but my Italian dressing always get missing. Hmm. Go figure. I'm gonna need to talk to him, man. Of course, she gonna deny it, but I usually like Italian dressing is like similar to mustard for me. I always have mustard. Like I never run out of mustard because I'll order an extra one thinking I ran out, and I always end up with an extra one. Well, Italian dressing is the same kind of way. And sometimes I'll order the specialty Italian dressings like Olive Garden, or those kind of places. They got their own signature dressing, and I'll order theirs just to mix it up every now and then. Got to keep it real with the OG. Shout out to Olive Garden. But so yeah, I turned 49, y'all. I've been on this earth 49 years. 49. Wow. And I was kind of reflecting a little bit yesterday. I mean, I reflect all the time, but yesterday, I guess it being my birthday, it was more appropriate or more timely to reflect on some things. And you know, when you get to a certain age, well, let me back it up. Let me back it. Let me back that shit up. When you're in your 20s, well, from 1 to 20, you start to accumulate, or during that time period, you accumulate information, right? Then when you get in your 30s, you start to develop knowledge, right? When you get in your 40s, especially your mid to upper 40s, you start to get an understanding and a wisdom. Now the people who ain't there yet, they gonna swear out they got wisdom. 20-year-olds out here think they got wisdom. They ain't got no damn wisdom. They got a little information. Some of the rare few may even have some knowledge in some certain things. I know I did in my 20s. I had knowledge when it came to certain things, but I ain't had no wisdom. I did not have no wisdom. I started getting wisdom later on, and I have to be honest. I don't think I ever had the false pretense that I had wisdom in my 30s. No, not even when it came to sales. And I was a phenomenal salesperson. I was knowledgeable. I didn't have wisdom. Even as a photographer. And I realized that early. I was reading one of my favorite books, A Choice of Weapons by Gordon Parks. Those of you who don't know, Gordon Parks was a very famous photographer. So anyway, and I remember as I reflect back on that book, the wisdom that that man had. He had wisdom. As a photographer, he had just a phenomenal wisdom, you know. But you don't get that until you get up in age a little bit. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in my 50s. I don't know what comes next. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you level up past wisdom. What comes next? I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Guess I'll find out. I can't even begin to guess. Can't even begin to guess. But there's so many people in the manosphere space, social media, politics, if you will, and a lot of different environments. They think they have wisdom when they only really have information and at best a little bit of knowledge. And I used to get frustrated so much towards the end, or yeah, I'd be on somebody's channel and I would just get frustrated listening to these dumbasses talk. They're just dumb as hell. Wait a minute, see what I got. I can't even see that shit. Wait a minute, let me zoom in a little bit. What did you say? Damn it, what is that? I gotta zoom in more. Hold on, I'm trying to zoom in carefully so I don't friggin' get kicked out. Oh, she's Amanaz Leprechaun. And she says, "Yep, the same ish." Yeah, I guess she's responding to what I said earlier. They just having the same conversations, and it got to be frustrating and aggravating for me because they wasn't really saying nothing deep. They wasn't saying nothing insightful. I mean, literally, word for word, same shit over and over. Like, that's all you got? What was this? Hold on. Sis was just asking about me. Yeah, she texted me about a month ago, and I told her to call me because I think she asked me something and it was too much to type, if I remember correctly. So I was just like, call me, but she didn't call me. You know, last time I talked to her, she said it's like the Hunger Games up at her job. It's like the Hunger Games up in there. I said, dang. But um, but they don't say anything insightful, anything beneficial to anybody. I left my screen zoomed in, so I can't see myself, but I can see the comments a little bit better. So hopefully I'm on camera okay. But anyway, yeah, they don't say anything insightful or thought provoking or solution orientated. None of that happens. It's just men are they're looking for they on some Harry Potter shit. They looking for the magic spell that they could recite, that's gonna make women behave the way they want women to behave. And what have I been telling y'all? There is no magic phrase. There is no spell. I think this is my first time using spell, but it's the same shit. I've been saying the same shit since. And then they get frustrated with women, and because the women ain't behaving. I gave y'all the solution. I told y'all. I had been telling y'all for years. The battle of the sexes is over. And as it comes to that particular battle, women lost. Now it's time to negotiate the peace. Come back to the negotiating table, try to work the shit out. Or don't, or not. You can't force nobody to act against their will. You can't do that. It ain't gonna work. So if they don't want to come to the table, build yourself up. Use this time, gentlemen, men, you males, you Mitches. Shout out to Kevin Hart. You Mitches, use this time to better yourself, or rather invest in yourself, because you can make an investment and it not necessarily be beneficial or be towards your betterment, right? But at least you got your money on the table. You got you in the game, as opposed to you want the internet 12 hours a day looking for the magic spell, looking for the formula to make the lovely ladies do what you want them to do. It's never going to work. Especially women. Women are going to do what they want to do more so than men. Men will typically put their wants aside to get a certain outcome. Women typically gonna focus on their wants. That's just the way we hardwired. We hardwired that way. It's been this way for thousands and thousands of years. It's the way it is. But you got these damn Mitches. They don't invest in themselves. They spend nearly 100% of their time worried about what women want and how to make women uh, behave the way they want the women to behave. It's a waste of time. I got tired of talking about it. I ain't arguing about it. You either want to be here with me or you don't. You either want to make it happen or you don't. Time is getting short, especially for me. Next year, I will have been on this earth for a half a century. That's a long time. And again, I reflect, I have relatives that have died. My Uncle John, most recently, that was my Aunt Jean's husband. He just passed away. And he did it all. He had a fulfilling life. He wasn't trying to make my aunt behave a certain kind of way. He just accepted the way she behaved. And of course, those were a different group of women. Those silent generation women were different. But nonetheless, I'm sure there were things that he wanted my Aunt Jean to do. She just wasn't going to do. And it didn't matter what he said, she wasn't going to do it. And I wish I knew at what age he was when he realized that. Too often, us men, we slow. We learn slow. And, a man might have spent 60 years before he realized wasn't nothing he could do. I don't know. I never had that conversation. But I see these men on these platforms. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? The Bible says, be slow to speak and quick to listen. And black men, we struggle with that. We want to talk all the fucking time. Even when we ask somebody a question and the people or the person they're trying to answer the question in a way that we can absorb the information, and we steady talking. Black women, y'all do it too. And that's why so many arguments happen. Ask a question, start answering the question, and they cutting you off. They cutting you off mid-sentence. You ain't even got one whole sentence out before they cutting you off. And if you just would be slow to speak and quick to listen, you would get your answer. But a lot of times, the answer escapes us because we talking. We not listening. She said, "You good." I don't know why she said you good. I don't know what I was saying. But slow to speak, quick to listen. That has been around for thousands and thousands of years. And you got people who hear that today, 2025, August 18th, and they still don't understand. I'm like, you asked me a question. So what do? I don't argue with them no more. I'm like, you know what? You're right. You see that on these political channels. Somebody will ask a question, and what they're doing is they're trying to create that gotcha moment, that aha moment. Taste the soup. You know, they trying to create one of them moments, but they're really making themselves look foolish, especially if there is a genuine third party, especially if there's a genuine third party listening in that can, an unbiased person, they can say, "Nah, man, you asked, you tried to answer, you cut him off." Well, he didn't say that. You put words in that man's mouth. Here's what he said. I had people do me like that all the time. Swear I said something, try to argue with me about something I supposedly said, and I never said those words. Like, I didn't say that. You may have heard that because you're not slow to speak and quick to listen. You slow to listen. So you hearing what you want to hear. And then you want to tell the people this is what they said. We would see it on Kevin Samuel's channel, night in and night out. Somebody tried to say Kevin Samuel said something he didn't say. We all, it's millions of us watching Kevin Samuels. We heard what he said. He did not say that. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. No, I didn't. And then they get pissed off when he black out on them. You know, it's a very frustrating thing. Somebody telling you something you said that you didn't say. Something you said many times over, time and time again. You said these things. You got it down pat. It's almost like a script. I know when me and Harmonize Worked for OnStar. I was number one in sales and quality and credit card captures for 5 years in a row. That had never been done before. And I'm sure it hadn't been done since. But I would always have a team lead. So usually some new team lead want to tell me what I said on my call. I'm like, I didn't say that. Rewind it again. Rewind it. We both sitting there at the desk listening to the call on headphones. Rewind it again. That is not what I said. That is not what the people said. I heard what they said, and I have a standard rebuttal to the thing that they said. Here's what I say. Nah, you ain't say that. I've been doing this job. I've been doing this for X amount of years. And okay, rewind the call. Same thing. I had the same thing happen at CPI Security. They had a tendency to promote people there who should not have been promoted. And with sales, sometimes you got a great salesman, and sometimes you got a great product at the right time. What does that mean, V? Take cell phones, for example. Now I'm going back 25 years. I remember in the early 2000s, I was a store manager with Radio Shack. Cell phones was the hottest product out. Hottest product. Followed by maybe satellites, Dish Network, DirecTV, followed by DVD players, and then GPS would come in there somewhere after that. But cell phones were the right product at the right time. Everybody needed one or wanted one, some combination of the two. It was the right price. So you had a lot of people who weren't very good salespeople that was selling a large volume of cell phones because the product was right and the timing was right. Flash forward to today. You could take the same salesperson that was selling a lot of volume back then, today, they probably ain't even selling 10 cell phones a month. I was selling hundreds of cell phones per month. But those people convinced themselves that they were great salespeople. Same thing with cars. I mean, cars have like ebb and flow, and cars go through the marketplace changes. And sometimes oftentimes the marketplace is better at different times. So right now the marketplace ain't shit. Ain't nobody buying no cars. Ain't nobody got no money to buy no cars. Hell, the average car payment price is what? Around $700 new car. The average new car price is around $700. This is before insurance. All these broke people out here, we all broke. Who the hell got $1,000 for a new car? The car payment, insurance, extended warranty, maintenance. Who got that? Nobody got that. Also, what does that mean? Used car prices are what new car prices used to be. For $500 for a used car. So people are buying on necessity. They buying on necessity. I don't know why. My phone keep going dark. And I got it plugged in. Anyway. People buy necessity. Do I need a new car? I would like one. But it's the questions people ask. But I'm just gonna get what I need. I'm gonna get me a decent car that I can afford to get me back and forth to where I got to go. Hell, people starting to share cars with each other. And fuck that, man. Me and my cousin, man. We gonna be roommates and we gonna share cars. We work different shifts. I've heard all kind of things. You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. But knowledge versus wisdom versus information. Again, people had information. The information was they were selling a lot of cell phones or they were selling a lot of cars. And then they lied to themselves and thought they had some knowledge or expertise that they just didn't have. Now these niggas is old as shit. They in their 50s for real, upper 50s, and they lie to themselves and telling these old glory war stories that just ain't true. Oh, well, back in the day, I did this and I was the best. And I'm like, nigga, I know you from back in the day. That ain't true. Ain't none of that true. The niggies, that's niggy talk. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. Niggy, 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 niggy. What I crave the most at this stage in my life is peace. I'm gonna take myself off camera for a few minutes, y'all. Wait a minute. Oh, my tripod. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me make. Damn it. Shit. Hope I'm charged up enough to do what I got to do. I think so. All right, let me go ahead. Life is too short. And when you're young, you don't always consider that. You just operate as if you have unlimited men. You got unlimited time and You can respawn and all of that, And life is long and it's short at the same time. Ain't that a paradox for you? Ain't that a paradox? It's long and short at the same damn time. You're never gonna have enough time to do all of the things that you want to do in life. So what you can do is try to minimize the things that you waste time on and maximize your time on the things that you actually want to do, the things that's actually important to you. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but I've been trying to teach my daughter this lately. She's 24. And I just don't want to see her wasting her time on things that she doesn't want to do with people she really don't want to be with, or with people who don't ain't really bringing out the best in her, you know? But when you're 24, it's hard. Again, you're in your 20s, you got information. She ain't got knowledge yet. So maybe in 6 years, she'll start becoming ready to have that conversation. She ain't ready for that yet. But she's getting better though. I'll tell you that. She came to pick me up from the hospital about a month ago. And then I wanted some nuggets from McDonald's. I was hungry. So she took me to McDonald's. And lo and behold, she paid for my damn 20 piece. Can y'all believe that? Imagine Aaliyah Johnson. Imagine Leah the Don Johnson paid for my 20 piece. I couldn't believe this shit. I said, damn, maybe you are getting a little bit older. She's supposed to be bringing her ass down here. I made some salsa, some homemade salsa last weekend, and she wants a jar of it. I only made 3 jars, and ain't but me here, so I gave one away already, and she's gonna get one, and I'll keep one here. But I made her some salsa, homemade. Now I didn't make it super hot. I didn't use I didn't use the Reaper or ghost peppers or nothing like that. I just used regular peppers. The regular strength is what I used. I don't I like spicy food, but I don't like super hot, burn a hole in your chest hot. You know, I don't like it that hot, so but I made some. I made some. I think it came out pretty good too. To be honest with you, I had never made salsa before. And I didn't follow a recipe, believe it or not. I kind of just used my wisdom. Y'all ain't see that coming, did y'all? Y'all ain't see that coming, man. I tell y'all, I be writing these streams backwards, and y'all think I just be rambling and I tie all that shit in together, man. Shit. It ain't nobody but me and Dave Chappelle out here doing it like that, man. But fellas, start figuring out what you want to do other than what you think a woman wants you to do. So she might give you some coochie. Because that's all they think about. I try to tell women this all the time. I can't remember how many times I've said this to women. All men, and I'm not talking about gay men, I'm talking about heterosexual men. All straight men want coochie. That's what they want from you. They don't want to get to know you. They don't want to really spend time with you. That's not their initial objective. The initial objective is to get coochie. They want coochie. Now, not to say that there aren't men who do enjoy being around you. Of course there are. But initially, and I guarantee, stop giving them coochie and see how much you want to be around you. Stop giving them coochie. Stop giving them the cigs and see how much time he invests in you. See how many dinner dates you get after you stop giving them coochie. But all the time I get women who argue with me. Not all men, not all. Oh my God, I hate that is the most annoying statement you lovely ladies can say. Because for the most part, it's you lovely ladies who make that statement and these simp ass men. Not all, not everybody. That's just the most ignorant statement. Very few things are every single person on the planet. What, drinking water and breathing air and eating food and, and using the bathroom? I mean, outside of those things, how many other things can we apply to every single person on the planet? Not very many. So I made a statement not too long ago. Well, no, let me don't say that. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Let me don't even, because you can say something that's true and you don't mean no harm by it. All you're doing is making a true statement. And there are people who will find or take offense by the true thing you just said. They'll get offended. How can you get offended by a true statement? I'm not talking about a malicious statement. I'm talking about just a honest to God, true statement. And they get offended by it. Some kind of way you tried to hurt them or insult them or offend them. And all you were doing was just making a true statement, an observation, if you will. And it's unbelievable. You could say that the court system in this country is heavily slanted in favor of women, particularly. My bad. I got booted, y'all. %40 of the population of California voted for Donald Trump. 40%. How come the congressional seats for California don't reflect that? Because of gerrymandering. But you got some people who argue with you. Oh, you're a Trump lover. You're a racist. You're a Trump supporter. I thought we was having an intelligent conversation. What happened to that? Is it what I said factual, or is it wrong? You got to be a parent. And this is what I say to people who aren't parents sometimes, you just don't get it. You've never had your child question your sense of right or fairness or any of that kind of thing. Because kids can see it. Kids understand, the one for me, two for you, you know, two for me, or two for you, three for me. You know how that, people play that game as kids and try to trick you or whatever. Well, you got adults who they want to be able to trick people like they want to play in your face. They basically want to play in your face. And even a child would not allow that, without saying something. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, let me get set back up the right way. I apologize. I had to get off the camera for a minute. All right. But even kids aren't going to fall for that. But they expect us as adults to fall for that kind of stuff. It's insulting. Well, ladies, y'all tend to do that. I've met women who they were just completely lazy. They didn't want to do anything for the man in a relationship. But they wanted the man to do everything for them. I'm like, are you shitting me? What's the point of me being in a relationship if I don't get nothing out of it? What is the point? Making sure I'm trying to make sure my head ain't cut off. Yeah. Y'all know I'm out of practice. So anyway, they don't want to do nothing. No, I mean, some of y'all may find this hard to believe, but y'all women don't deal typically, have never been in a relationship. So you don't know. And women lie to each other. That same woman who doesn't do anything for the man will go right to her home, girl. I did everything for him. I do everything. I do this, I do that. Don't do shit. And the things that you are doing, are those the things that he wants you to do? Or are those the things that he requires of you or needs from you in the relationship? They want to do what they want. And they like just, like, you should be happy with whatever breadcrumbs I throw, whatever scraps I throw down onto the floor to you. And you should be happy to be getting them because you could be getting nothing. I know women who that's how they operate. And then they wonder why they can't keep a man. It's crazy, right? Now, I don't want to hear not all. I said I know women. Did I said I know every woman? No, I know certain women who behave that way. I'm sure there are men who also behave that way. So I don't want to hear the not all talk or he talking shit about women. No, I'm not. I'm just speaking a fact. What I'm speaking is a fact. It's a true statement. Oftentimes, I think people think because a particular scenario doesn't apply to them directly, or they may be the exception to the rule, the statement must be false. No, it just doesn't apply to you. But you reflect on these kind of things, man. I'm at the point I'd rather be by myself than with someone who doesn't want to be with me. I don't want to force nobody to be with me or be around me who does not want to be. It's aggravating. It's a waste of my energy. So I choose not to do it. I choose not to do it. Well, I think, fellas, y'all are so sex starved. You're just trying to get sex so bad. You put yourselves through a lot of shit that you shouldn't put yourselves through. That's what I think. And a lot of you guys on the internet, according to the statistics, y'all ain't getting no sex. The younger the generations get, the less sex you have. That's the millennials. That's the Zoomers. I can't see the top. Maybe I'm still zoomed in. I don't know why I can't see the top. Nah, it's crazy. Also, people don't consider long term. They want what they want right now. Like, would you rather have sex with 10 women this year, fellas? Or would you rather have sex with one woman for the next 10 years? I don't know about y'all. I take the latter. Because sex gets better. The more you have sex with a person, y'all get to know each other and the sex it will improve. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the best sex, but I'm pretty confident that the sex will improve from where it started. And I'm talking about performance. I'm not talking about willingness. I'm talking about actual performance. You'll learn how to please her better. She'll learn how to please you better over time. But you can have sex with 10 women and, and none of those women really satisfies you. Well, I think I just find myself rambling now. I just wanted to share my a couple of my after birthday thoughts and check in with the people, because I know I am the people's champ and I am the host of the People's Podcast. So I got to do my due diligence and check in. I'm not gonna make no promises on when the next time I'll be on, but hopefully it'll start being more often. Um, I'm just managing my health. And sometimes I'm just tired. Tired in the sense where I just want to watch TV or I want to watch somebody else's YouTube channel. I don't necessarily want to like I have a bunch of topics I want to talk. So as they come to me, I'll jump in and out like double dutch. But until the next time, I appreciate everybody who stopped in. Wait a minute. This thing is acting crazy. Yeah, there it goes. I appreciate everybody who stopped in. Remember to like, subscribe, and share so when I do go live, you can stay up to date with me. And I appreciate you. Stay tuned.